Folks, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Going to do a video today, a demonstration test of these new power cords. We're going to start offering custom made power cords. Um, this is one right here in front of you. These two are the same. This is just one that I've already peeled the wire back on so we can use it to test a radio here in a second. The main radio that you'll probably want to use these with are the Strykers, the 655s, 955s. Things of that nature, because they're so voltage sensitive. And when you have voltage drop going to those radios, the power output falls off on them a lot. So we just did a video a couple days ago, Kenny's 955 that he sent in to have the all the way mods done to it, regulator upgrade, final upgrade, and the average power mod. So you can go back and watch that video to kind of see how it did, or we're going to actually demo it again in this video. So you actually don't have to go back and watch that video, but it'll be interesting to see the performance change, the difference between my 12 gauge power cord, double fused, this Workman power cord. I do sell these. You know, these are probably, aside from getting a custom cord made, they're as good a power cord that's on the market. And for most radios, they're just fine. You know, your Cobras and even a lot of your exports, your Galaxies, Connexes, stuff like that. But it seems like when you get into the Strykers, and there's a few other radios besides the Strykers, something like these heavy-duty power cords will come in very handy. Now, obviously, there's no way to get this wire directly into this cord, so you do have to run a very, very short amount of the stock size cable on it, but it's not enough to really matter. You just have to use that to transition. So transitions into this 8 gauge, and this is OFC wire. This isn't copper clad. So this is going to be very efficient wire for what we're trying to do here. But I just want to talk about it a little bit, and we'll get into the demo. I'm actually going to take Kenny's 955. It's sitting over here behind me. I haven't shipped it out yet, being a holiday and all. So what we're going to do is we will test it first with the 12 gauge power cord. We'll retest it just so we've got all this in one video, and then I'll hook up this power cord. These are 3 feet long, by the way. That's the stock size we're going to sell them with. We're going to sell them in 2 different sizes. So we'll probably do a 3-foot power cord, and then probably a 12-foot power cord. So if you're needing it to reach a little bit longer, make 12 or 15. You guys let me know in the comments whether you prefer a 12 or a 15 for the other optional cord. But these will be 3 feet. And of course, if you can take these if you're wanting to run, you've got a longer run in a mobile or something. You don't necessarily have to get this all in one piece. I'll be honest with you. If I was going to run more than 3 or 6 feet, I would probably even go up to the next size up in wire. This is 8, so I'd go to 6 or 4 or whatever. But we can offer these in longer sizes too if you do want to run this size wire all the way. But let's get into the test here. I'm going to grab the 955, and again, we'll start with this power cord. We're going to be on the same voltage and everything, guys. We'll use a 100-watt slug. We may end up having to go up to a 500-watt slug to test the peak power difference, but we'll start out with 100 to test average, and we'll have our voltage set the same and everything. So should be an interesting test, and looking forward to see how it does. All right, guys, Rooster in Tennessee. Let me pause the video. Be right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and I got his 955 here. And we've got a 100-watt slug in there for right now is what we're going to test it with. And for this test, there's no need to run the RF power all the way down because we're wanting to really test the difference that the cable makes at full output and all. But 14.8 is our idle voltage on our supply. Again, when you get to the front of the radio, it shows 14.6, so keep that in mind. And we're going to key it up. We're also going to be looking to see the difference in output, if it makes the output power difference. So RF power is wide open. We'll go ahead and key up here. 100-watt slug, bottom scale. 10-watt dead key. Audio. 40 average. Audio. Dropping down to 13.4 on audio, 13.9 on a dead key. So keep all those numbers in mind. let's actually check the PEP once again, so we have a reference for that as well. Put a 500 in here. That's about the best I can do. I don't think I have a 250 handy, so 500 will have to do. So now we're looking at the middle scale. We were looking at the bottom scale. We're going to be looking at the middle scale now for PEP. Let's turn that on. Audio, audio, audio. And about 110, 115. Okay. Sideband, you know, just for the heck of it. Let's see what kind of drop it gets on sideband. Even worse. Audio. Audio. And the reason that is without even checking, I know it's doing more power on sideband, doing more average power. Audio, everything draws more current on sideband anyway. Audio, yeah, the radio's drawing 11 amps on sideband. Just for the heck of it, let's see what it does on average on sideband. Audio. Audio. Yeah, it's doing almost 100 watts average. Audio, audio, check, 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 audio. So a lot of people say don't measure average power on sideband, but I mean there's a reason that it's drawing more current on sideband, and it's doing a heck ton of average power. So okay, so that's our numbers with the original power cord, or my 12 gauge power cord that I usually use to test radios with. Again, 14.6 on the idle, and dropping down considerably. Let's see if plugging in this other power cord makes a difference. All right, I have not checked this myself, so going into this blind. Rooster in Tennessee, gonna pause the video. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're back. Got the heavy duty custom power cord hooked up, and immediately you can see the difference. 14.7 rather than 14.6. Come over here, 14.8, out all the way from the cables, all the way back around through the radio. We're at 14.7. So first thing I want to do is check and see if we gained any average power or any peak power. Then we'll get to the voltage next. We've got a 100 watt slug back in there. You guys can see, bottom scale. Our dead key's about the same. Dead key didn't really change any. Audio. But we did gain some average power. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's getting close to 50 watts average. Audio. About 47, 48. Give or take. Now, if we just talking in the mic normal, audio radio 1 2 3, audio radio 1 2 3, it's talking 40, whereas before I think it was talking around 30 and audio and 40. Again, audio. And you can just tell the different voice tones. If we throw our voice a certain way, it's crawling up over 40, but audio. So there's a difference. Doing more average power, whether it's 45, 46, 47, it's definitely doing more average than it was before. Let's take this slug out, and let's see, grab our 500 and put it back in, and let's see if it gained any PEP. So we're going to turn our peak kit back on, and remember we're looking at the middle scale now, so 50 is 500. Audio, and that's more along the lines of about 130, 135. Audio, check, 1, 2, 3. Audio, check, 1, 2, 3. Audio, about 130 on the dot. So the final test is we want to see our voltage drop. See how it does, see how much voltage it drops down. And so again, we're at 14.7. We've got our RF power wide open. We're just going to key the mic. 14.6. It was dropping below 14 earlier, I believe, with just a dead key. Let's modulate into it. Audio 14.5. So barely dropping at all. And that's kind of what we wanted to see, was to see what kind of difference it actually made. And to me, that is a big difference. Radio should run cooler. We're obviously getting all of our output that we can out of it, running a lot more efficient only dropping down to 14.5. I'm actually curious to see what it does on sideband. Now, it's probably still going to drop pretty good on sideband. Hopefully not in the down in the 12s. Audio call. It's not even dropping below 14. Audio. So, wow. Hello. And golly, I mean, if you just want to see the output difference on sideband, again, a lot of people say don't measure sideband on average, but audio, it's doing way over 100 now. And over here, audio, drawing almost 12 amps. Again, guys, there's our voltage. Everything is basically the same. The only thing we changed was the power cord, but big differences on the big differences on the voltage drop and everything like that. So much more efficient with these power cords on there. It's not a snake oil sales gimmick. It actually makes a difference. And something to think about, even on your own station. Small things like this can make a huge difference in output. I mean, just imagine, even if you were not using a 12 gauge power cord like mine, and you were using one of those 14s, you're going to see an even bigger drop off, than what I was seeing with the 12 gauge power cord. So these power cords make a huge difference. I'm going to continue probably to use the, I don't know. Maybe when I demo these radios for people, if people want a demo, I may use both. But I highly recommend, even if you don't get one of these cords from me, you get them somewhere else, make them yourself. I mean, look, it's not rocket science to make one of these. We're just trying to provide a service, for people that don't want to mess with it and don't have time or whatever. You can make one of these yourself. But if you don't want to do that, obviously I'll have these up on the website for sale, and you guys can get them there. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. I think these power cords are honestly the way to go. And, I hope people will start getting them with these radios so you can really get the maximum performance out of one of these 955s. And even if you're not running an all-the-way 955 like this one is with all the upgrades done to it, you can still reap the benefits of these power cords, okay? They're still going to perform better even if you just have a ready-to-go 955 or whatever. You don't have to have the all-the-way version. Maybe you don't want to pay for the upgrade to go all the way, and you do want to help your radio out, make a sacrifice and buy the power cord if nothing else. All right, guys, questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Check out the website, roostercb.com, and we'll catch you guys out there on the band. Rooster in Tennessee, see you, bye.